Did you ever feel like you're getting trained by a narcissist? Now, when I'm talking about this, I'm talking about the aspect of like getting put down, getting put in a certain box, getting taught how to actually live or how to do stuff according to what they want or according to how they want you to be to them, so they get what they want. Today we're going to dive into that and talk about it. If you guys are new here, my name is Ben Taylor. I'm a self-aware narcissist on this channel to provide awareness, growth, healing, change, and development. I'm the founder of Raw Motivations, the creator of the Narc App, and your guide in the 45-Day Clarity Challenge, the Escape Toxicity Challenge, several different things that we're putting together to help you get free from that abuse, not just physically, but also mentally and emotionally. So check out some of those resources. Click on the link in the bio. Go to rawmotivations.com. We'd love to be able to work with you, either one-on-one or have you join in some of our communities that are helping people move forward and to thrive. If you like what you see here, we're talking about narcissism, narcissistic abuse, my journey in narcissism, hit subscribe, hit that notification so you get notified when we drop new content and when we're live on the platform doing question and answer time. Well, today I want to be able to dive in and talk to you about this aspect about how narcissists a lot of times will belittle you, how they'll put you down, how they'll get to a place where they establish a dynamic that is a teaching dynamic, that is a place of like, you have to be submissive to what I want you to do. And oftentimes this is how a narcissist comes into the picture to train you to do what they want, to train you to be compliant to the things that they want. So today we're going to talk about this aspect of how they train you and what to notice about that and how to break free from that as well. Okay, so diving in, we talk about narcissistic abuse. We talk about narcissists a lot on this channel. Narcissists at the baseline, at the core, are at this level of wanting to control. Typically, the aspect is wanting to control you in order to control the mask that they're putting out there, to be able to control the image that they're portraying to other people. And so a lot of times, the easiest way is to be able to train you to be able to do what they want, to train you to fall in line. So this aspect of like training you to be submissive goes even farther into teaching you to give in to their desires. Oftentimes you're taught by guilt tripping, by making you feel bad for saying no to something that you should say no to or that you don't want to do, but then they do it anyways, but they get you to do it anyways. This could be guilt tripping, sometimes it could be coercion, sometimes it could be gaslighting. There's multiple different ways that a narcissist will try to manipulate you and get you to the place where you're going to do what they want, regardless if it's something that you want or not. So in doing this, a lot of times you'll see emotional manipulation come to play, where a narcissist is going to figure out how to manipulate your thoughts, your emotions, all these things to get you to a place of submitting to what they want you to do. Sometimes you get trained by different consequences. Maybe they give you the silent treatment. Maybe it's something that you mess up and they no longer speak to you for a day, for a week, for 2 weeks, until you come back. Until you come back to the place where you're asking and begging them, what did I do wrong? And that's when the narcissist knows that they have you. Because when they do something to you and they go silent on you and you have to come back begging and apologizing, they know that they've trained you under their control. They've trained you to be submissive about the shit that they're actually giving you, and they don't care. All they care about is now they've got you under their control. And you need to understand that because it's important to know that you get trained by the consequences, by them belittling you, by putting you down. And it leaves you in the fog. It walks you into the middle of the field of the fear, of the obligation, of the guilt, of the fog that surrounds you while you're in a narcissistic relationship and you're not sure what to do. And you start to believe the lie that is given to you over and over and over again that you're responsible for them. That you're responsible for their feelings. That you're responsible for their decisions. That you're responsible for their actions. Some of you might be thinking you're responsible for their cheating. You might think they're responsible for them lying. You're not. But it's a lie that's been impressed upon you from the narcissist. It's been a lie that's been impressed upon you from your upbringing, from your childhood, from your education, from previous partners, all different things. A lie, a story that you're telling yourself that's not based on facts. Because the narcissist is control of their interactions. They're in control of what they do. But they typically want you to be responsible for the actions that they do. And they increase those demands over and over and over, getting you to the place and training you to the place of being under control. A lot of times narcissists will enjoy that submission, of looking for someone who is going to submit underneath them to help prop up and to be able to push up their ego. Someone loves me. Someone pays attention to me. Someone admires me. No, they're actually afraid of you and they can't get free. But the narcissist will switch that in the mind and be like, oh, look, I'm valued. And it's the exact opposite of how they're actually treating the person. They're oftentimes looking for people to be servants of their own needs because their own needs are the most important thing. The ego, the power, all those things are most important. Interactions with my wife was all about what I wanted. And if I didn't get what I want, then I'd either go out and get it someplace else, or I would train her and work on the aspect of like, hey, you're not getting me what I want. So therefore, I'm not going to talk to you. I'm not going to give you this. I'm not going to whatever it might be. There was always this like pullback of like, fine, like I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to open up. I'm not going to engage. I'm not going to develop anything. I'm not going to work on our relationship because you didn't give me what I wanted. Sometimes this aspect turns into a teaching role. And emotional manipulation where the narcissist is actually trying to teach you and get you to a place of saying like, oh, you need to fall under this control. And looking through, if you haven't had a chance to be able to see before, Psychopath Free, fantastic book to be able to help you in your journey. There is an aspect here where it actually goes through and it explains this whole situation. Give you an example. The boyfriend says, my ex is coming into town. You know, the crazy abusive one who's still completely obsessed with me. The girlfriend says, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. The boyfriend, we're probably going to meet up later for drinks. She always hits on me when we drink. Wait, I'm confused. Could we talk about this maybe in person? What, you have a problem with it? Nope, no problem. I guess I was just a little confused because you said that she abused you. But, well, I hope things go well. It's nice when exes are able to be friends. The boyfriend then says, wow, you're so jealous sometimes. The girlfriend responds, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be jealous. I was just confused at first. Boyfriend, your jealousy is ruining our relationship and creating so much unnecessary drama. The girlfriend responds, I'm sorry. We don't have to talk about it in person. I really didn't mean to come across that way. The boyfriend says, it's fine. I forgive you. We'll just have to work through our jealousy issues. Now, going into this, it says the psychopath, the narcissist here, did 3 different things. Number 1, put his girlfriend in an impossible situation that would make any human being jealous, especially after talking about how much his ex loves him. Number 2, accused her of being jealous, even though she tried to respond reasonably. And number 3, played good cop by offering to forgive her for a problem that he created in the first place. This places him in a favorite role of teacher versus student. Now, just in reading through some of that example, I'm sure that resonated with a lot of people. If it did, leave a comment down below because I want people to understand you're not alone in the things that you've been going through. Maybe you're sitting here today and you're like, okay, like I understand that, I see that, but like what are the signs? How do I actually know that I'm actually being trained? Well, part of it is you get to this place of where it feels like you're crazy. Like it feels like I don't actually know what's going on. Like I keep getting told that I'm doing these things, but I don't see them. I don't realize them. Like I don't think I'm doing this. Like maybe I am. And you start to wonder, you start to get to the place where you're second guessing yourself on every step of the journey. Maybe you're walking around on eggshells with this person and you're like, I don't know what I'm going to do that's going to set them off next. I don't know who I'm going to get when they walk in the door. I never know what to expect from this person. They can be hot or cold, good or bad. Like, I don't really know what's happening. It almost seems like you can never actually please them, no matter what you do. You can change who you are, how you look, how you dress, how you act, how you talk, and it still doesn't seem to matter. Because there's a void there that they're trying to fill with you that's not going to get filled. Narcissists will gradually condition you to submit. Small, tiny demands with consequences. Making you prove either your love or your loyalty, withholding affection and attention to be able to get what they desire out of you. So going through the process of breaking free, how do we start that? How do we start moving forward with that? First off is you have to see it. Like, you have to be able to understand, this is what's actually happening to me. This isn't a normal thing. This isn't a good thing. You get to the place where you feel like you're trapped or you're stuck, where you're isolated, you need to seek help. Maybe that's getting with a friend or a family member that sees it for what it is, that sees like, wait a second, like this isn't healthy. This isn't a good relationship. This isn't something that's helping you grow, heal, change, and develop. Maybe it's going to a therapist. Maybe it's getting involved with a coach and like working through the process, like understanding the mindset and the thought process and breaking the trauma bond to get free. But you have to be able to identify it. You have to be able to see it. Then you have to bring in boundaries, healthy self-care, healthy self-love, and grounding techniques to keep you sane when you're going through these triggering moments, seeing the manipulation and not responding, not reacting to it, and starting to process and starting through your stages of healing. We've developed multiple stages of healing under the umbrella of Raw Motivations and helping people progress and move forward in their healing. With this, I'd like to call you today to join the Narc App. You can go to narcapp.com, Narcapp, Narcissistic Abuse Recovery Community, narcapp.com, to be able to start that next stage of your healing. If you're watching this right now, you're in stage 1. That's awareness. Just understanding, learning about narcissism. Stage 2, which we actually have on the back of our journal here, awareness, growth, healing, change, and, well, the new one has development on it. And development is going into this aspect of getting with community. Like, you need to be around other people who understand the shit that you're going through. So look at the Narc App, narcapp.com. Be able to dive in and then progress forward into escape toxicity, into the 45-day challenge, or into a high-level aspect that we're running called the Thriver Community. Either way, you need to start somewhere in your growth, in your healing. Last but not least, we got these books, okay, that you can access at rawmotivation.com/books. So be able to check these out. But these are journals that we now have out that are to help you get clarity. So From Fantasy to Reality is the one that's been out for a little bit. And then the new one that's coming out is From Regret to Gratitude. So we're super excited about it. Check those out. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a blessed and a great day. And